What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be kind of going over this past week and next week, and it's just been kind of a mess and chaos here lately, but we're going to kind of show y'all what that chaos is. So to start out, you're probably wondering why there's a tent in the middle of our shop. Well, the reasoning for that, if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you already know, but for y'all that don't know, we are actually doing our first vendor booth, and we chose to do it at one of the biggest races in the country. So next week, Tuesday through Sunday, we will be set up in Valdosta at South Georgia Motorsports Park. So if anybody's going to be down there, y'all feel free to come by the booth. We got some pretty cool setups that we're going to have. We're going to have probably either 5 or 6 rear end setups, and that way people can kind of see what we do and see what we have to offer them. So that's kind of what we have been focusing on in the evening times, is getting all of our rear ends done for that to set up. We have a rear end that's at powder coat right now that we have to go pick up tomorrow, and but we still have a lot to do to get set up for this. That's going to be kind of what we're doing over the weekend going into Monday. So that's going to be cool. We're really excited about all that. But on top of that, we had one of our good friends and customers that does a bunch of no prep racing call us up this past weekend. Got to talking. There's a big $10,000 no prep race happening March the 1st and 2nd. It's going to be, I believe it's the Olympics no prep race here at our local track at Brainerd Motorsports Park. So if anybody's into no prep, wants to go to that race or be involved in that race, I believe you can get with BMP, or you can get a hold of Justin Hogan to get into that race. They called us. Whenever he did call us, the car did not have a motor in it, and it had no power adder set up in it. So over the winter time, he had Sam Daffron over at DRI, I believe, build him a new motor for his car. And while he was doing that, he decided to go ahead and go from a single turbo setup to a twin turbo setup. So, as we was talking, he told me that he was not getting his motor until Thursday, which was yesterday. So he went to Sam's, picked his motor up, took it back to his shop, got the motor put in, got the turbos kind of placed where he wanted to, and the car just got dropped off maybe 30 minutes ago. So as you can see in the tables in front of me and beside me, we have some of the parts that we're going to be using. Shout out to Race Part Solution, Motion Race Works, and to them guys. That's kind of some of the parts that we'll be using on this build. But we pretty much, he just dropped the car off 30 minutes ago. We leave pretty much Monday night's the end that I have to work on this car. So I have 2 or 3 days to get this whole twin turbo setup done. So my weekend is going to be quite full of working on this, and then also getting the rest of our tent setup done for Valdosta. So, but we'll kind of walk over to Brandon's car real quick, give y'all a short little rundown of it, and let y'all look it over. So this is Brandon's car. We've had his car in here once before. It was about this time last year, I believe, whenever we had it in here. Whenever it was in here, we went ahead and we did cool over mounts, because it still had cool springs and stuff on it. So we did cool over mounts, lower control arm, brackets and everything, and braced all that on the rear end. Did an anti-roll bar and a few other small things. Well, over the winter time, like I said, he went ahead and went to his new motor setup. I'm not for sure what is done to the motor, so I'm not even going to attempt to say that. But got his new motor in, got his twins on. He did put a new set of wheels on it. He mini tubbed the car himself, and that way he could put a 12-inch wide wheel and double bead lock on the car. So turbo setup, I don't think it's going to be too hard. We're doing a 3-inch dual inlet. It'll have a merge into a 4, and there'll be a single 4 into the throttle body. We'll be doing all V-bands and everything on that. And then the exhaust, I believe he's wanting the exhaust. We're going to do a 4-inch bullhorn out the front side of the fender over here somewhere. Really just depends on where we can fit it, because I do not have much room in between the back side of the turbo, the motor plate. or the backside of the turbo and this upright bar here. So definitely going to be tight. There's going to be a lot of trimming that's going to have to be done. So, but we're going to get started on this thing. Hopefully get this thing knocked out over the weekend. That way he can get it back, finish wiring, plumbing it. And I think he's wanting to make some test passes in it next weekend to get ready for that race at Brainerd with Limpy. Also, too, today we are going to be weighing everything out of the New Edge car and going through our YouTube comments and seeing who the winner is. We can kind of go over here and show y'all a little bit of what we've gotten done on the car so far since last week's video. Right after we got done making that video, the customer has showed up to be fitted for the car. So we got a seat in the car. We fitted him to the seat, got the seat positioning very comfortable for him. Once he did that, we made a bunch of notations on all the bars of where his seat needed to sit. That way we could actually get it mounted. We had him put his helmet on, check clearances from the top of his helmet to the roof. That way I knew how far or how high the front funny car bar needed to be. That way his head cleared and didn't hit it or anything like that. And then we did some notations of how far forward the funny car bar needed to be able to cover his whole helmet. So got all that done. He brought us the center console because he does want to still run the factory center console and a few other small things that he wants to put back in the car. But once he got that done, we got the seat centered up in the car, and we was able to go ahead and do the very backside funny car section and do the ladder inside of the car. So we got all that done. We was hoping to get a little bit more done, but just with the prep and everything for Valdosta, this is it's taking up a lot more time than what we expected. But also, if you look in the floor right here, this is kind of one of our displays that we're going to have. It's not done. I know it don't look like much, but whenever it's complete and all together, it's going to be a pretty badass little setup that we have. But I guess now we can go over here and weigh this material and see who our winner is. See if my scale works still. Yeah. Take and zero it out. We'll take the big stuff on here first. We'll probably have to weigh it in two different sections because of how much material we have here. Alright, so that's the majority of the big stuff, and just this alone right here weighs 10 pounds and 14 ounces. I'll be excited to be able to throw all this junk away too and it not be sitting around the shop. So the rest of this is just all small junk that we've already kind of set up here or got piled together. Alright, so that is 7 pounds. It's pretty much 8 pounds. We're just going to go ahead and call it an even 8 pounds. Alright, so our total is going to be 18 pounds, 14.4 ounces. So now, if I can find my phone. Oh, it's back here. Alright, we'll go grab my phone real quick. Maybe Derek will give you a little sneak peek of what we've been up to on this thing. Everything has changed on this thing, so we will be doing a video here soon on what those changes were. Alright. So we had a 16.5, 23 pounds, 20 pounds, 12 pounds, 2 ounces. Oh, here we got one guy right here at 18 pounds. I believe he's going to be the winner, and that is going to be Clint Stroke 7216. So if you're watching this video and that is you, please either call or email us, and we will get with you and get your merchandise sent out to you. I'll also leave you a message on here saying that you're the winner, but if you would, just give us a call or email, and we'll get your merchandise sent over to you. That will be it for that giveaway. I do plan on, or I kind of want to keep doing some giveaways just on small stuff like that. And if we can get the videos to where they got more views and stuff like that, more comments, more interaction, we might start doing some bigger giveaways and stuff like that. So, but we're honestly super excited about everything that's going on. As you can tell from the shop, we have an absolute full house right now. We have a lot of cars on the schedule, so very blessed. Gets a little overwhelming at times, but it's better to be that overwhelmed in that aspect and instead of not having any work at all. But honestly, a bunch of these cars will be leaving here soon. This Nova that we just done a bunch of small stuff on will be leaving. Whenever we get, obviously, the Mustang will be gone before we go to Valdosta, and then really whenever we get back, our main focus is going to be getting the New Edge Mustang done, the Capri done, and then the Nova will be next on the chopping block. So, which we've gotten a lot of the big stuff done on the Nova, so we'll have a full video on everything that's been done to this thing. It's a lot. Some of y'all are going to be upset with what we cut out of this thing. But if y'all would, leave comments of what y'all might like to see in Valdosta. It honestly may end up being like a 2-part video with as much content as there's going to be. Let us know if y'all want us to ride around and just take some video of all the cars that are there. Because right now, I know there's like 250 or 300 cars that are already pre-registered for the race. There's also, I believe, 50 or 55 vendors there. So if y'all would like to see all that stuff, just leave a comment and let us know. But on that note, we're going to end this video, and I'm going to get my ass to work because we got a lot to do. So thank y'all, and like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week's video.